Hello, my name is Dr. Ruthie. I'm a sexuality educator and relationship expert over at exploringintimacy.com, and thanks to the great folks at Funwares, I'm here helping you plan your New Year's resolutions for 2011. And I'm coming to you this week once again from my lovely childhood home way up north, where I am doing my absolute best to stay warm and hoping that you're preparing for a wonderful New Year's celebration by yourself, with your friends, surrounded by loved ones, whatever the case may be, perhaps with a big bowl of popcorn and a television. It's all good. And this is the time of year that we find ourselves hunting for what our New Year's resolutions are going to be. So, of course, I want you to come up with the ones you like best, but maybe a few tips from me can help you out a little bit. All right, are you ready for resolution number 1? Prioritize your erotic self. Now, don't zone out on me here and don't let your eyes glaze over. I promise I'm not getting too hippy-dippy on you. I really am serious about this. Prioritize your erotic self. There's lots of sides of yourself that you prioritize every day, that you make more important than other parts of who you are. Why not move your erotic self up the list so it actually makes it on the list for once? Remember, whatever that you don't tend to put in your schedule just doesn't tend to happen, right? Those are the things we push off to the side, we decide can wait, we wish we could fit in, but we don't, or we wish we didn't have to fit in, so we don't. And our erotic self oftentimes just doesn't make the list of things we decide to fit in. So let's prioritize it. And what do I mean by that? I mean recognizing yourself as an erotic being. And if you haven't felt like an erotic being in a long time, then this is the perfect year to reconnect with that feeling and really bring it out. How can you do that? Well, first of all, by dedicating yourself to remembering this about yourself, and also by dedicating yourself to discovering what brings it out in you as an erotic person. What makes you feel sexy? What makes you feel sensual? Surrounding yourself with those things. Do you have a room in your house that just kills your personal eroticism? Perhaps it's the bedroom that's turned into a storage room, or the living room, which is turned into a children's playpen. Find a way to make it more erotic for yourself, and that can be as subtle or as direct as is appropriate and happy for you. Bring those things forward for yourself and really prioritize that side and reconnect with it. If you feel like an erotic person already, time to take some extra pride in it and bump it even farther up the priority list. I know if you're already an erotic person that you can find a way how to do that, and you're probably already thinking of ideas. So number 1, prioritize your erotic self. Number 2, out of 5, prioritize your own pleasure. Go ahead, be a little bit selfish in this. Go ahead and prioritize what gives you pleasure. And I mean that in a holistic sense, not just a sexual sense. Because for a lot of us, we can't feel our full potential for sexual pleasure unless we're feeling our pleasure in other areas of our life. Are there some tasks or things you need to face up to and resolve before you can really cut loose and feel pleasure in life and feel well balanced that way? Are there things about your sexuality that you still need to discover and come to understand, or rediscover and re-explore? Things about your sexual health you still need to take care of before you can feel the pleasure. Do those things that you need to do so that you can make pleasure a priority in your life and feel that pleasure really often. It's healthy and good for you as a single individual or even in a relationship, but just talking about you individually to pleasure yourself often. So go ahead and bump that up your priority level. It'll help with your headaches and your sleep and all kinds of good stuff according to the research out there, and I tend to believe it. So number 2, prioritize your pleasure. Number 3, find ways to be more sex positive. And I mean that about sex in general, and I mean that also about your own sexuality. There's a group of folks that I hang out with from time to time, and we have a good time talking, but when the topic of my job and what I do comes up, they all lament about how they've never had sex in their relationship in the longest time, and weeks, and how they don't have the kind of sex and pleasure that they want to have at all, and they're kind of sexually dead. And they just love to have those conversations with each other and tease each other about how sexually unattractive they are and all sorts of things, and how sexually dead their relationships are, or how sexually dead they are because they're not in a relationship. It makes me a little bit sad. They may really truly feel these things. I believe that to a certain degree they do, but to a certain degree it's a culturally acceptable form of humor. Why not go ahead and step forward and bring a more positive, sex-positive energy into your life? Appreciate that about yourself, and if what you're appreciating is your potential to be sexual because you haven't connected with it in a while, that's okay too. You can appreciate that as well, and move yourself into that potential. expect the people around you to be a little more positive about it. If folks are putting themselves down, be like, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy. I'd rather hear those stories, right? Or just surround yourself with those people who tend to have that good positive energy, sexual and otherwise. So find ways to make yourself more sex positive. And that can start with number 4, raising your standards for surrounding yourself with positive energy. And you've got that friend, we all do. We don't know why we're still friends with them. It became a one-sided relationship a long time ago. Maybe we can remember when it wasn't so one-sided, but it is now. We have perhaps that friend is actually our lover or our partner, and the positive energy isn't there. Have a conversation with that person if you can about the two of you sharing a New Year's resolution to bring more positive energy into your lives. That is going to infect your sex life in the most delightful way, and if you can be more sex positive together, all the better. But surrounding yourself with that more positive energy can really bring yourself a lot more happiness in all areas of life, including your love life. So get on that one for number 4. And last but not least, number 5, treat your body with the sensual love that you deserve. There's no reason to put yourself down. Sure, there's all of us, every single one of us has lots of things that we might change about our body if we had the opportunity. And maybe we believe we have the opportunity and obligation to change them. Maybe we're in the process of changing those things. Maybe it's not about our body. Maybe it's our finances, our education, or our family status, other different things that we may wish were different about ourselves. It's time to calm down and treat your body with the sensual love that you deserve. We are all growing beings in the process of changing. We may never get to all the changes we want to have, and we may get to a lot of them that we never knew we could change or that we wanted and become better in those ways instead. None of those are good enough reasons to avoid treating your body with the sensual love you deserve. Be kind to your body with your words, be kind to your body with your actions, and prioritize your body in a beautiful way that cares for yourself and your sensuality. You have the only body you're going to have, so enjoy it, make the most of it, enjoy the sensuality of it, discover new ways that you didn't know your body was sensual. If you become disconnected because of time, because of some sort of situation in relationships or with yourself or your spirituality or anything like that, if it's because of a medical reason perhaps or a life change, we can still reconnect and explore. In fact, those are wonderful invitations to do exactly that and to appreciate it all the more because of your experiences. So those are my 5 suggestions to you for your New Year's resolutions for yourself, whether you're in a relationship or not, for 2011. Prioritize your erotic self. Prioritize your pleasure. Find ways to be more sex positive. Raise your standards for surrounding yourself with positive energy, sexual and otherwise. And treat your body with the sensual love that you deserve. I'm Dr. Ruthie, wishing you an absolutely wonderful year to come, and I will see you around here at Funwares and at my website, exploringintimacy.com. Have a good New Year's. Bye.